Hi everyone, Gemma here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be covering 5 Christmas card designs in the hope to get you feeling creative and in the Christmas spirit. Now I know that it's not December yet, so all of you Christmas Scroogers, please don't come for me. I just want to be happy and festive. And I think this year, given the circumstances and not being able to see as many loved ones, being able to send handmade cards is a really nice gesture. Card making is actually one of my favourite parts of the festive season. I do actually have another Christmas card video, so once you finish this one, why not go check out that one? But before I get into my 5 designs, if calligraphy or card making is something that you enjoy, why not subscribe for similar future content? We're going to start the first design by writing Merry Christmas using a black Pentel brush pen. Make sure that the calligraphy is in the centre of the card. It doesn't have to be very big, as this is going to be more of a minimalist design. We're then going to start creating some holly using my Uniball Signal gel pen. I create the holly by drawing 2 small circles and then a 3rd circle underneath. I then connect leaves to the top 2 berries. To create the leaves, I draw 3 spikes on the top half and then 3 spikes on the bottom half and then connect them. I add a little bit of sparkle by colouring in the berries with a Giotto glitter felted pen, and then I colour in the leaves using my olive green brush pen. Although these are the colours I'm using, you can of course switch things up and use a different shade of green or red. I like the simplicity of this design. The holly is fairly straightforward to create, so this is a card that you can recreate quite easily without having to put in loads and loads of detail. On to my next design, we're going to be creating some holly again using the same method that I described in the previous card. Place the holly about 1/3 of the way down the card in the centre. Once I've created the holly, I create a wavy line underneath it and then make sure to round it off at the top to represent the icing. And if you haven't guessed what this is yet, I'm creating a Christmas pudding. This time I'm colouring in the berries with my red Pentel brush pen and colouring in the leaves with a dark green WHSmith Brush Pen. We're going to finish colouring in the Christmas pudding using the brown Pentel brush pen. You might prefer to use felt tips. I tend to use brush pens to colour in as I tend to have a lot of them lying around, but it's up to you which tool you prefer. We're going to finish off the design by writing Merry Christmas in our black Pentel brush pen. This is one of my favourite designs this year. I really love the cute little Christmas pudding doodle. This next design is another one that involves a little bit of drawing. I start by drawing a small gold star in the top centre of the card. I start creating the tree by drawing a triangle using my dark green WHSmith brush pen under the star. I create the outline first and colour it in, making sure that the strokes are in the same direction. Underneath the triangle, add 2 trapezium shapes, making them larger as you go down. Someone pointed out that this tree didn't have a stump. I personally prefer it without it, but you can add one if you wish to. I'll let you in on a little secret. I actually filmed this card twice because it was completely off centre the first time I did it. So learning from my mistake, I recommend that you create the star first as it's easier to centre that, or draw it out in pencil first. I'm a bit lazy when it comes to sketching out designs and I quite often regret it because it does end up off centre. So yes, I recommend using a pencil if you can. Using my black brush pen, I write Happy Holidays under the tree. I'm adding baubles by using a red brush pen to draw little circles at the corners of the tree. Don't worry about them actually connecting to the tree, I just stick them close by. We're going to finish off the tree by adding tinsel. I'm using my silver Uniball Signal to create diagonal lines across the tree. If you have time, I'd recommend leaving the brush pen underneath to dry fully first. otherwise sometimes the green shows through slightly. I like the festiveness of this one, though it definitely takes a bit longer to make than the other designs. My next design focuses solely on calligraphy. For this design, I'm writing out different festive phrases. You can customise this card to feature your preferred phrases. I've gone for a very bouncy, loose calligraphy style, and I'm using my black pentel brush pen for the majority of the phrases. But I've opted to use the green brush pen for the phrase that I really want to stand out. The phrases I'm using are Season's Greetings, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Ho 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 and Happy New Year. Initially I'd only planned to write Merry Christmas in the middle, but there was a bit of white space, so I added the words to you to fill that space up. If you have a gold brush pen, I imagine that the gold would look really pretty as an alternative to the green. This is the first time I've actually filled a card fully with calligraphy. Normally it's just a few words, but I really like how it turned out. I personally really liked the rougher kind of style of calligraphy, but you can tidy it up if you prefer. It's just based on personal preference. Next is my favourite design of this year. I think it's super soft and pretty. We're only going to be using 2 pens for this design. The pale blue pentel brush pen and the silver Uniball Signo. Start the design by writing out "Wishing you a very Merry Christmas" in brush calligraphy using the brush pen. I'm attempting to make the calligraphy extra pretty by adding some flourishes where I can, but I'm keeping it relatively simple. We're going to add sparkles around the lettering, so if you watch my Halloween card you'll know all about these. Essentially I'm adding little dots, crosses and diamonds to create a sparkly effect. I'm using both the silver and the blue pen to create them. My advice when adding extra decoration to a card is always to go minimalist. You can always add more in if you choose to, but you can't take it away. And learn from my mistake. I have often gone overboard in the past, and it's annoying because you've spent 30 minutes on a card and it looks a bit too busy. So yeah, definitely try to keep it minimalist and just add a little more if you feel the need. I then add a simple embellishment to the letters using a gel pen. I'm simply adding small dots to the top parts of the letters where there are downstrokes. It's such a simple addition, but it makes the calligraphy look super pretty. I think it's hard to showcase the prettiness of this design in video. It looks much prettier in person as the silver is more obvious. It's definitely my favourite design of this year. If you recreate any of these, please tag me in your recreations. I'd really like to see them. If you'd like to buy any of these designs, I'm actually selling Christmas cards on my newly launched shop. That's calligraphygems.co.uk. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your favourite design below. As I mentioned earlier, I do have another 5 designs that I did last year. If you want additional ideas, why not go check out that video? And if card making is something that you enjoy, consider subscribing for similar future content. Right, thank you for watching.